Tesla Software Update. Version 2023.6.15. Full Self-Driving Beta 11.4. Release Notes. Full Self-Driving Beta version 11.4. You can enable Full Self-Driving, Beta, by tapping Control, Autopilot, Full Self-Driving, Beta, and following the instructions. Full Self-Driving is in early limited access beta and must be used with additional caution. It may do the wrong thing at the worst time, so you must always keep your hands on the wheel and pay extra attention to the road. Do not become complacent. When full self-driving is enabled, your vehicle will make lane changes off-highway, select forks to follow your navigation route, navigate around other vehicles and objects, and make left and right turns. Use full self-driving in limited beta only if you will pay constant attention to the road, and be prepared to act immediately, especially around blind corners, crossing intersections, and in narrow driving situations. Your vehicle is running on Tesla Vision. Note that Tesla Vision also includes some temporary limitations. Follow distance is limited to 2 to 7 and autopilot top speed is 85 miles per hour. Improve the decision to assert or yield for pedestrians at more crosswalks by evaluating multiple possible futures in the joint space of ego's actions and the pedestrian's response. Improved ego's behavior near VRUs by measuring their probability of intersecting ego's path, based on their kinematic data, and preemptively decelerating when the estimated risk is high. Improved turn performance in dense unstructured city environments. Examples of improved cases include turning when the turn lane is blocked by parked cars and avoiding turning into bus lanes. Improved lane guidance module to feed in long-range routing hints to the network for which lanes ego needs to be in to reach its destination. Also significantly improved per lane routing type autolabeler. These changes combined resolve 64% of all interventions caused by bad routing type. Improved geometric consistency between lane, line, road edge and restricted space detections by retraining our networks on the same dataset with the latest version of our lane guidance module, and by using a common feature space to predict line, road edge and restricted space. Improved recall for partial cut-ins by 39% and precision for false positive cut-ins due to lane changes into adjacent lanes by 66%, resulting in a 33% reduction in overall lane changing prediction error. This was accomplished by further increasing our auto-labeled fleet dataset by 80K clips, improving the accuracy of the auto-labeling algorithm, and tuning the distribution of training supervision. Improved understanding for when to use bus lanes and when to avoid them, by updating the lane type detection network and improving map vision fusion. Improved speed control during lane changes through better consideration of upcoming navigation deadlines, required back-to-back lane changes and presence of a vehicle behind ego. Added new vision speed network to infer the typical driving speed on a given road. This is used to limit the maximum allowed speed in environments such as parking lots and residential roads. Mitigated hydroplaning risk by making maximum allowable speed in autopilot proportional to the severity of the detected road conditions. In extreme cases, autopilot may use the wetness of the road, tire spray from other vehicles, rain intensity, tire wear estimation or other risk factors that indicate the vehicle is near the handling limit of the surface to warn the driver and reduce speed. Improved long-range path blockage detection and control on city streets. Ego will now be able to perform lane changes due to upcoming path blockages earlier. Improve developer productivity with better code diagnostics and C++20 features by upgrading compiler to Clang 16. This also improved Photon to control vehicle response latency by 2%. To view an expanded driving visualization when in drive with full self-driving enabled, drag the light gray visualization bar to the right. For maximum safety and accountability, use of full self-driving, beta, will be suspended if improper usage is detected. Improper usage is when you, or another driver of your vehicle, receive 5 forced autopilot disengagements. A disengagement is when the autopilot system disengages for the remainder of a trip after the driver receives several audio and visual warnings for inattentiveness. Driver-initiated disengagements do not count as improper usage and are expected from the driver. Keep your hands on the wheel and remain attentive at all times. Use of any handheld devices while using autopilot is not allowed. The FSD beta feature can only be removed per this suspension method, and it will be unavailable for approximately 2 weeks. Tesla Vision Park Assist provides visual and audio alerts of surrounding objects. This feature uses the occupancy network to predict high-definition outlines of objects 360 degrees around the car. Note: Tesla Vision Park Assist is for guidance purposes only and is not a substitute for an aware driver. Please be attentive and avoid obstacles as required. Set your steering wheel heater to regulate its temperature automatically based on the climate control set temperature. To access steering wheel heating controls, tap the temperature settings to bring up the climate control panel. Tesla has added a new option to its service mode. Under the high voltage menu, there is now a charging menu in addition to the HV system option. You'll now be able to see information regarding your vehicle's charging system. The charge port section will display whether there's a cable connected, whether it's latched, or if the button on the cable is being pressed. The battery section will display the state of the vehicle's battery management system as well as the minimum and maximum coolant temperatures detected. Note: Tesla's service mode is meant to only be accessible by certified service technicians. With Navigate on Autopilot, you could have the vehicle avoid speed-based lane changes and only perform a lane change when it was necessary to follow the route. With the introduction of FSD beta to highway driving, Tesla has introduced a new minimal lane changes option. This option will also reduce the number of lane changes. Tesla says minimal lane changes will do the following. When enabled, full self-driving, beta, will limit changes only to follow the navigation route or when required for safety. This option gets reset when the car is parked at the end of a drive.